in a residential area.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Lovely.
Now your mortgages and homes. I got stiffness in my bones. Ain't no beauty queens. In this locality, I tell you, but I still get my pleasure. Still got my greatest treasure. Hey, the Maastricht edition. You gonna make a big man of me. How about that? My God, I just came over to... What did I miss?
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Maastricht edition.
Bonsoir,
les amis.
Hello, everyone.
Anyway, I'm going to turn it over to you guys a bit prematurely here because I'm going to work some magic here in the background, all right? All right. Bye-bye.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So here we are. Yes, we're the theme this week, as you might be able to see, is actually hats. We've got a hat thing going on this evening.
We have.
My
Yes.
hat,
A hat trick even. Look at that.
Well, so talk us through yours, Tracy. What you got going on there?
Well, I decided to go for the traditional beret, a little French vibe, and I thought I'd pick this, so I'm also coordinated. So chic.
Well, it is very, very chic. And if you're being all French this week, I suspect you probably have a name.
Oh, mais oui, je suis Yvette. Bonsoir.
Oh, see, last week she was German. This week she's French.
Yes.
Can't wait to see what she's going to be next week.
Oui.
For our premium viewers, she'll be whatever you want her to be.
Mais oui, bien sûr. I
Matt,
speak
what
French.
about you?
this was my beanie hat, but it's got stuck in my top knot thing, and I can't quite get it on. But
Top knot crisis. Oh no, there's nothing worse.
there you go.
It's
Okay.
very-
Is it a bit warm?
Yeah,
it's
mine
too warm.
warm, actually. Yeah.
Can't put it on properly because I'm going to die. Because it's actually very warm this week. It's been
Yes.
30 plus degrees,
It has.
and it's still very nice weather. And I only own woolly hats. I'm not prepared for the summer hat season.
No.
Well,
And the summer
as you
is
can see,
coming.
the fashion icon that I am, I've got my little Vietnamese sun hat on.
How
And what occasion do you
fabulous.
wear that, Joe?
Sorry?
On what occasion do you wear that hat?
Well, this is in the garden, isn't it? When I'm doing a bit of gardening. Yeah. But we got this when we went to Vietnam. So it's happy memories for me.
Very nice.
It's not very often that I buy souvenirs that you can't put in your suitcase. This one, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, I've got to have one of those. And it's very good, actually. It really does a very, very good job when it comes to protect you from the sun. They know what they're doing over there, I tell you. No, it's very light. There's nothing to it. So,
Looks
but
like
anyway,
a helmet.
this is the hat show this week. We're wearing our hats. We've got a story
Yes.
with our hats. What about you guys out there? Have you got hats that you like? Have you got a hat with a story? Send us your
Want to know.
pictures. Let's have a look. We've got so much going on this evening with the show. We've got guests coming out of our ear rolls. Shortly, we're going to be joining Chantal, our roving reporter. She's
Yes.
down at Pathé, the cinema in Maastricht. We're going to link up live with her very shortly because we've got some exciting stuff happening there this evening. We've got Dorina, who's going to be popping in to talk to us about Run Pink Moldova. We've got Robert from Winewinklewick. He's going to be telling us what to be drinking this season. There's
Yes.
I've got mine in. And of course, we've got all the usual fun and games. So we're going to be exhausted by the end of it. Exhausted.
I think
So,
you're right. Exhausted already.
Now, I know this is probably very unprofessional of me, but I just want to check with Jason. Is everything all right there, Jason? You've gone very quiet.
Oh, sure. I'm just making sure that we're actually live.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm sure we are. It doesn't actually show that we're broadcasting on my phone, but I'm sure it's absolutely fine out there.
Well, we are
But
live.
anybody who's...
We are live on YouTube. I will say that.
Oh, well, that's good. So those of you who are watching us on YouTube, then good evening. Hello. Nice to see you. Drop us a line. Send us your pictures.
Follow us.
Yes, follow us.
Yes.
Follow us.
Give us some love.
Get those messages flying into us. It'd be lovely to hear from you. So briefly, before we go and see Chantel, Tracy, how's your week been?
I have had a very exciting week.
Oh,
I
That was
know.
very dramatic with the hat rip off.
I know, wasn't it dramatic? That's what I was
Of
going for. I have spent nearly every night with a man called William.
oh, I say.
I know, I told you it was dramatic. I have
What does Dave
watched...
have to say about this?
Well, Dave was with me, so it's okay.
Oh, it's one of those kind of evenings.
No. We have been watching both season 1 and season 2, binge watching of Cobra Kai on Netflix. And I have been watching the fabulous William Zabka from Karate Kid fame, the 1980s movie.
Oh my goodness.
I know, they've done a remake where they pick up the story 30 years on with Ralph Macchio, Daniel LaRusso, and Johnny Lawrence, William Zabka, and it's a whole story. It's fabulous. You guys must watch it. It's great.
Okay.
And if I may, I have a quick question for Denise
Yes,
from Merchandise House of D. If you're watching, Denise, let me know if you have any Cobra Kai memorabilia in your store, because I would like to get some stuff. There you go. So that was my week. Quite exciting. Don't you agree?
Oh, yes,
I know.
well, yes. Although I don't know the show, but I'm sure it's brilliant.
You know the movie, though.
Yes, I do know the movie.
There
Yes.
you go. So
Yes.
it's really
Wax
good,
on,
though.
wax off.
Wax on, that's the one. Side to side. You know. Yes, that's it.
And
Well,
how's your week been?
I've been enjoying the weather. Had a barbecue. First time I had a barbecue
nice.
in 2 years. That was fun.
nice.
And
Electric
I
or
forgot
coal?
that- it's a cold one. But then I forgot how early it gets dark here. And then by about 8 o'clock, we were sat in the dark going, oh, shall we get some lights on?
Cool.
That was-
Okay, that's good.
Nice.
I can't even remember what's happened this week, so I really couldn't tell you.
Oh, well, you're still here, so that's a good start.
It seems to be in a bit of a blur. I think probably, I have spent quite a lot of time in the garden. I've been making most of the nice weather and thinking, do you know what? Things are going to go very wibble in the weather soon, probably, as we go into autumn. And that's when things change very, very quickly. Lots of pruning and cutting back and prepping for spring next year. So let's get that done while the weather's nice. And then I can rest on my laurels a little bit with the garden.
You can, and it's going to stay nice at least for another week, so that's a good thing.
Excellent stuff. Marvellous. You know, every time I nod my head, my hat moves as well.
We can see it.
Yeah.
Next thing is going to fall right in front. So, yeah, be careful.
Right. So shall we see if we can get hold of our Chantal?
Let's try.
She's down at Pathé in Maastricht city centre. She's Pathé, of course, is one of the local cinemas here. And I know on the third Thursday of every month they have an expat night.
That's right.
And the idea being, and of course, we had some tickets for a competition that we had last week. We won't be able to meet the winners. It's the film's already started. Actually, it started at 7 o'clock. But we are going to hopefully be talking to somebody who works at Pathé that Chantal is going to be chatting to there. So let's see if we can get our Chantal on the phone. I'm sure nothing as yet. Okay.
We'll power through, guys. We'll power through.
Okay. Well, I'm sure she'll turn up shortly, no doubt.
Yes. I also will take this moment then to shout out a bit of gratitude to the angels high above, because this week on Thursday I stupidly left my purse in the car, and it was there. It was there for 2 nights on the floor of the passenger seat. And I only realized this morning, where's my purse? And I had to cycle over, and it was still there. Also, the car was still there. Everything was still there. But I had can you imagine? Because it's lying in full view. And if anyone was a bit naughty, just an elbow in the window, and not that there's much in it, but, you know, even so. So I would like to say thank you to the angels for looking after me and my purse.
Oh, absolutely. It is not just upsetting, but very annoying when you lose your purse, because, of course, we have so much inside them, in our purses and our bags. having to replace cards, and the amount of plastic loyalty cards, credit cards, debit cards. I mean, there's just so much. And it is a pain having to call round everybody or email everybody. Can you have a new card, please?
Yeah.
Did you know that in the Netherlands you're supposed to carry ID everywhere with you?
Where? Yes, I did that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because today, thankfully, I'm legal now. I have my Dutch citizenship card thing. But before that, I had to carry a passport everywhere. I was like, this is really annoying. But now I'm just thinking, if I lose my wallet, it's got that card in it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's the problem, isn't it? Yeah. Aye.
Oh, well, I think we might have...
I hear something.
Yes, I can hear something. Is that our Chantal joining us now?
Yes.
I think so.
There she is. Hello.
Oh.
Hi, Chantal. And hello, Danny.
How do you do?
We're very well. Nice of you to join us.
Meet you guys.
Yes, so we are here at Patea with Danny Meyer. He's one of the organizers of the expat movie night here at Patea, and he is going to tell us a little bit more about what it's all about. So I'm just quickly going to switch my camera around, and then we can have Danny.
Aha.
So Danny, can you tell us more about the movie night, the expat movie night here at Patea?
Over the past few years, we've had more and more expats coming to Maastricht. We've already had people come to the cinema for years and years asking, is this movie showing in English or are there English subtitles? And the more awkward ones that people buy tickets in Dutch, but they don't really speak Dutch. And then they go to the movie and they come out because they don't understand it. We've been wanting to play movies with English subtitles for a while. But it's quite difficult with rights to get them actually in the cinema. And this year, of course, Parasite came out the movie, and there were so many people who didn't speak Korean or Dutch that came to the movie. After the second week, we already were able to bring Parasite in with English subtitles to the cinema.
Wow.
It was busy, and that actually started to get things rolling. And we had a pilot in 2 cities, in Amsterdam and in The Hague. And that was successful, and we decided to roll it out further.
And how long have you been doing movie nights here at Maastricht at Patea?
The expat movie night, we started this summer, right when because we were going to start right before the COVID-19 lockdown. Well, that didn't work. So we started, we started in July. I think we had the first one. So I think this is the 3rd one we're hosting. Actually showing a Dutch movie now, which is very interesting because a lot of expats, they don't get to follow Dutch movies. And now you get an opportunity to. And next month we're showing a Korean movie, so we're showing actually the best movies that people didn't watch from across the world.
COVID-19 affected the business here in the cinema industry, especially here in Maastricht.
Well, it's a lot quieter than it used to be. We're keeping social distancing between everybody who comes to visit the movie. Everybody has to buy their tickets online beforehand, so you get to pick your seat in advance, and the system is set up in such a way that it automatically creates a bubble around you, so nobody's sitting next to you. That's a very pleasant way of going to the movie myself, but for us, it's a lot quieter than it could be. But we're happy to be open again, keep releasing new movies, and we're happy to show movies for the expat night. So we'll get back there. It will take a while.
Oh, that sounds so great. And I think you guys are doing a great job here. I've also come to see movies here during the COVID period, and I think you're doing it quite safe and make people feel safe to come to the movies again. So speaking of movies again, what other movies can we expect, especially for expat movie night for the rest of the year?
Yeah, well, right now we only have the movie for October planned already. The expat night is every 3rd Thursday of October of the month. So it'll be the 15th of October from the top of my head, the 3rd Thursday of October. That'll be House of Hummingbird, which is a Korean movie about a teenage girl that has to work hard to get her grades, and there's problems at home, but then she befriends a teacher at school who makes her feel better. It's a very dramatic and good movie.
Nice.
But yeah, so
Okay.
those are the movies we're actually showing for Expat Night. It's the dramatic movies with a good story. Because let's face it, action movies you can usually follow in every language.
Yes.
That maybe, but yeah. So and for the other months we don't know yet, but they're working hard for a good program.
And if people want to get some more information, can they go to your website, Facebook page? Where
Yeah.
can they find some more info?
If they go to our website www.pathé.nl/expatnight, they will find all the movies that are planned so far. We House of Hummingbird, but I think in 2 weeks we'll have the program for the rest of the year up.
Okay,
Looking forward to it.
Fantastic.
great. Do you guys have any more questions for Danny?
I think he's got it covered. It sounds fantastic. Absolutely. It's a great initiative, and it's a nice opportunity to get to see some foreign films.
Yeah, we're actually hoping. We were actually planning on maybe in the future doing some more bonding for the expats, because a lot of expats, they come to Maastricht, they don't have any friends, and it's quite difficult to make friends if you're an expat. So we're hoping to get like a bonding night, a board game night in our cafe.
Hey.
On kind of the social bubble getting a bit easier. Maybe COVID dying down a bit, because then it'll be easy to organize, because playing board games with a lot of you is not as easy. But it's something we're working on. So we're hoping as soon as possible to actually create a board game night, or maybe expense friend night, or maybe we just supply some flyer and you can come after the movie and some flyer. So that's something we're working on. But
That sounds
Wow.
Excellent.
great.
I think everybody's being that little bit more creative this year when it comes to events, actually. So that's great.
yeah, the advantage of less visitors is, of course, that we have more time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Get creative, yeah.
Well, Danny, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's been lovely to see you. Good luck with the rest of your expat nights. And when you do have some new exciting events, please do let us know.
We will.
Okay.
Good luck with the show.
Thank you. We need it.
And thank you, Chantal.
Thank you, Chantal.
See
Bye.
you soon. Bye.
Oh.
Oh,
cool.
that's our lovely Chantal, our roving reporter.
Oh, yes, indeed. Down at the Pathé in Maastricht.
A first for our Facebook Live.
Yes.
Exactly. I think you did quite well, actually.
Hallelujah for Jason.
Yes. Although I have a little suspicion, actually, that our Jason might be pushing some extra buttons and getting a bit frustrated. I believe we might be having a few technical problems this evening with Facebook Live. We are broadcasting on YouTube. Yeah, I think we're probably going to put a message on our Facebook page for all our Facebook people who are probably wondering where the show is.
Oh, it's already there. I was able to actually get it back there. So it's not in the same format, but we'll have the same guests. We'll have the same usual chaos that you're encountering now. All good fun. But yeah, we're back on Facebook.
So we are actually on.
Indeed. How about that?
Oh,
Isn't that-
see?
And
An
you
absolute
doubt it.
star.
There you go. I had to take my hat off, though, because it was getting way too warm.
Yeah, I was wondering about Danny, actually, because he was probably thinking, what have I joined here? There's all these people with funny hats on.
I was thinking, indeed, we probably should have explained ourselves, but hopefully he'll watch this back and then understand.
Oh,
so,
actually, you're right about the hot thing. I'm going to take mine off for a bit. Oh, dear.
So there's an old Irish saying that if you wear a hat indoors, you will induce a headache. So it's good that we don't wear it.
So,
That's
Oh,
true,
okay.
yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I know. Us Irish like...
all our Facebook listeners and watchers out there who maybe have just joined us, we're sorry that we've had a few technical problems this evening, but I believe we're back with you. So hello to everybody on Facebook, hello to everybody on YouTube. Yes, we are wearing our funny hats this evening, but they're not so funny. I think they're very practical, they're very useful, but we're having a hat theme this week. So anybody out there who's got a favourite hat, send us your pictures of your favourite hats. And we would love to see them. But I think we're moving on to guest number 2 now. Dorina's in the house. Hello, Dorina.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
Very well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, it's not the first time you've been on the show, actually, Dorina. I can't remember when it was the last time you were on, to be fair, though.
Maybe a year ago, definitely in pre-COVID times. I think we're not going to refer to pre-COVID, after COVID.
Indeed.
Yes, we were a little bit closer at the time. Before we find out why you're on the show, though, you may have noticed we're talking about hats, favourite hats that we have. Are you a hat person at all, Dorina?
I am a hat person, but hold on a second. I'll do it for you.
It's so fabulous when guests just commit to the whole madness, isn't it? Hats on, people.
Okay. Look at this.
That's why not? I have no idea. Does it? Hold on.
It looks great. I
don't even know if it's the right way. Maybe it's the other way.
That looks really cool. I like it. I like it a lot.
It's kind of reminded me of either a snowboard chick or a kind of grunge girl. Either way, it's cool.
Actually, this is my a similar beanie that I was wearing when I was bald and had no hair on. So, and well, this is I looked cool and sexy then, as I look now. There you go.
Yes, yes, you do.
Well, I'm actually going to take my hat off because I am really, really hot.
It's pretty hot.
Say that, Matt?
I was just saying to Dorina, maybe you want to follow on from, explain a bit more why you're on the show and your comment there about when you were bald.
Yes, true. So about 9 years ago, when I was a master's student at Maastricht University, I got really, really sick and I was diagnosed with cancer, and I went through 6 months of chemotherapy, which resulted, actually after the first chemotherapy session, it resulted in no hair. And I remember going to the hairdresser and begging her, please, could you shave my head off? And she was crying and saying, no, I don't want to do this to you. But I said, I accepted what I have and it's fine. And I'm going to go through this. And the journey is going to be tough, but I'm a tough cookie and I'll make it. So here I am, 9 years later, I'm having a different type of life. The hair is back, as you can see. And I think... Yeah, and I think why I'm here today is because I'm organizing a charity campaign to raise money for my team. I organized a team on the Race for the Cure movement, which is a well-known international movement. My team is going to be based here in Maastricht. We're going to do a charity walk and run of 2.5 and 5 kilometers next Sunday, 27th of September, 11 a.m. I'm waiting for everyone who wants to join me and support my cause. We will start in Waldeck part and then we'll make our way to the beautiful Maastricht marina. What you need to do is just bring your sunny attitude, and I'll share. Probably we can share the link to my team on Facebook. You can donate and join the team for just €5, and probably, I don't know, about half an hour of your time. If you're not there, you can just sponsor the team from whatever you want. Yes.
Oh, fantastic, Dorina. Well, this sounds like it's going to be a very special day. How long has this been going on for?
The Race for the Cure, I think, is going on for, it started late in the 98 or so in the US. I think it's more recent in European countries. Together with some other Moldovans residing in different European countries, we founded an organization called Run Pink Moldova, because I was born and raised in Moldova, so I'm giving back to my community. And we are doing this for 5 years already. So we are having these teams, we are running, we are walking, and all the money that we are raising are going for beautiful causes. So we have been making wigs out of natural hair for women in Moldova because there is no access to that. For 3-4 years in a row, we have been organizing retreats for this for women going through cancer, and this is my cause. This is where the money raised by my team will go to, because it's very important to address the invisible side effects of cancer. It's not just the loss of hair or the way you feel physically, but mentally. Unfortunately, in a country like my own, it's a stigma. It's very shameful. A lot of women are hiding that they are sick, sometimes even from their families. People can finger point you. I even had a story when I was visiting my parents while during my treatment. People would cross on the other side of the street because they think it's contagious due to the a lot of fear related to cancer. Exactly. So it's a sad story on the level of poor information that we have, and there is so much fear around this disease that people don't even know what it entails. They don't know that actually 50% of all 200 out of 250 types and subtypes of cancer are actually curable and treatable and have an amazing result. And I am a case of that. And I'm very proud and honored to do this for the women in my country, and that today, 4 years later, actually women that have been in the camp that I organized started talking about cancer, going on radio shows, going on the TV, and we give them a lot of support by working with good therapists. Yeah.
Fantastic,
Wow.
Dorina. And
I think
probably
I applaud you for that. So really,
Yeah, I agree.
I suspect also that this Facebook page is a good network for people to find others who may also be going through what you went through, Dorina.
Absolutely. It's called Run Pink Moldova. We mainly post in Romanian, which is our mother tongue, understandably, but hopefully in the future, we'll be able to have a web page that will be in more than just one language, so people can know about us. But we are doing this as a volunteer-based project. We are living in and working in different countries all around the world. So you know how it is, right? Because that's exactly how your show runs. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Dorina, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on. We wish you all the best with the run, walk, hobble, stagger, whichever way you want to do it. I just have to say, I don't actually know that many Moldovans. I've just thought about this. You're probably the only one I know. It's not a very big country, is it?
I think in Maastricht, the bigger community is the community of students. But when it comes to expats that are having families here, that are growing roots, it's a much smaller community indeed. Mm-hmm. Maybe up to 10 people that I can think right now in my head. Yeah.
Well, we've got one in our gang, and we're very happy to have you here, Dorina.
So right.
All the best for the run. We'll make sure we got the link all over our social media. Thank you for joining us this evening, and let us know how you get on.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Have a lovely afternoon.
Thank you, Dorina.
Take
You're an
care,
inspiration.
Dorina.
Well done, you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
What an
Oh, bless her.
Guys, I had goosebumps during that entire interview. How about you?
Yeah, I know. And she looks amazing now. She's got that beautiful blonde hair there. She's so smiley and happy. I mean, she's positive reinforcement for everybody.
Absolutely. What a
Yeah.
sign. You know, I'm going to reach out to her after this because I happen to be free on the 27th of September. And as you know, I like to jog and run, so I'm going to check with her if she needs any extra bodies to come along on the day and support. So I'll keep you guys posted. But I've
We're getting a lot of love coming through as well on Facebook at the moment. We've got Adriana in the house. We have another Dorina. We've got Catalina, all sending their good wishes and support, which is lovely. Really, really lovely. So yes, beautiful.
You know, a voice
Great
from
stuff.
above here.
Well.
A voice from above.
Yes, dear.
I can hear him.
Oh,
If you know, and I think that I think that everyone should come out on the 27th to support Run Pink Moldova and Dorina's cause. You know what the best thing about that though?
What is the best thing?
Is that well, one, it's for a great cause, but you can actually help support that on the 26th as well. Isn't there something going on the 26th?
Do you know, rumour has it there is something happening on the 26th.
Interesting.
And I believe we might have put a message out about this on Facebook today. It is going to be our birthday party on September 26th. Yes, we're 3 years old. Who would have thought?
Precocious little scamps, aren't we?
We didn't think we'd last 1 year, but there you go. 3 years on, we're here. And we're in a different format, of course, but we are still here. And it's an absolute pleasure to be here for you. And we are going to be celebrating. We've got a special programme coming up on Saturday the 26th at 10 o'clock in the morning. We decided to have a morning show because we're on for 2 hours and it's going to be a big love fest. We've got guests, we've got birthday wishes, we've got pictures, we've got reminiscing, we've got virtual cuddles. There's all sorts going on. So please do join us on Saturday the 26th at 10 o'clock. There's more details on our Facebook page. But I do believe now it's probably time for Tracy in the News.
Oh, goodness, is it that time? Let me get ready.
Already.
Right.
Tracy Taylor with the news.
Good evening, everyone. It's September 17th and you're watching the Maastricht edition. First, a look at your weekend weather, and temperatures will remain in the mid-20s for the coming days with plenty of dry, sunny spells. There is a small chance of localized showers on Sunday, however. Moving to your bulletin for tonight, and we have news of a mushroom coffin, Maastricht goes to Cannes, and clean rivers, better business. But first, the service number of Limburg Police has not been available since earlier this afternoon and is due to a national outage. The 088 numbers are also affected, but the emergency number 112 is still available. A police spokesperson has said it's best to make contact via social media for now. An extra press conference from the Dutch government will take place tomorrow, Friday 18th, and it is possible that regional restriction measures will be announced. The Dutch Association for Hospitality is particularly worried as there are rumours about a mandatory closing time of midnight in larger cities. The rapidly increasing number of coronavirus infections, especially in the Randstad, is causing some concern. The COVID infection rate is currently standing at 1.38. Germany declared the provinces of North and South Holland as risk areas earlier this week, so travellers from those provinces have to get a coronavirus test when arriving in Germany and quarantine for 14 days. Also tonight, and there are now 60,000 electric car charging stations in the Netherlands. Most charging stations are in South Holland, North Holland and North Brabant. Electric cars and hybrids accounted for 1 in 5 new car registrations in August this year, with the Tesla 3 leading the way. In other news, and last Saturday, a loop of life coffin was used for the first time at a cemetery in The Hague. The loop of life coffin is grown from mycelium, the root network of mushrooms, and breaks down quickly once underground. A body will eventually decompose if buried in a traditional coffin, but mycelium works as an accelerator for the bacteria and can neutralize waste products in the body. The loop of life coffin was invented by 26-year-old Bob Hendricks from Delft Technical University. And local Maastricht makeup company Poon is participating in the RTL programme On the Way to Cannes, where Dutch models are followed to the Miss Festival du Cannes. Poon has been selected as the makeup partner of this new TV show, and the weekly series can also be found on Videoland. Staying in Maastricht, and don't forget that the mass cleanup is happening on Saturday from 9 to 5. You can find out more on masscleanup.nl. There are still some volunteer spots available. And finally tonight, a special happy 21st to us. Yes, it's our Facebook Live anniversary, and tonight is our 21st show since we started on this platform back on April 30th. Thanks to all of you who have been watching each week. And that's it for tonight. For more local news, you can follow the RTV News in English on Facebook and Instagram. If you are a local business, be sure to check out the Support Your Local Business South Limburg Facebook page, a joint initiative between #Maastricht and the Maastricht Edition. And if you want to discover events, concerts and cultural activities going on in Maastricht and the surrounding area, head on over to the website of our partner, maastrichter.com, to check out their awesome calendar of events. You can also follow them on social media. And don't forget out that you can always find us on the Maastricht Edition Facebook page, on our YouTube channel, on Reddit, and on Instagram. For all the details, check out themaastrichtedition.nl.
Excellent. Well done, Trace.
Hey, there we go. Happy 21st, guys.
Who knew?
Yay!
It's whizzed past so quickly. So quickly.
It goes
Oh my
fast,
goodness,
doesn't it?
The whole show's going past very quickly because all of a sudden Robert's popped up on the screen. Good evening, Robert.
Good evening. How are you doing?
We're doing fine. This is lovely Robert de Koning from Wine Winklewick, our wine expert. How is it in the wine shop this week?
It's actually not too bad, to be really honest. People are enjoying wine even more than they used to do. So, yes, I can't complain. The restaurants are doing all very well. People are drinking loads of wine. So, yes, especially with the good weather, it was, I think not bad at all.
Well, before we go a little further and discuss wine, I don't know if you were aware, we were talking about favourite hats this week. So we have been donning our favourite hats. I was wondering, do you have a favourite hat? Are you a hat person, Robert?
I do have moments where I wear hats, but not on a daily basis. Oh, I should have taken my hat. I'm not sure if I got one here.
No worry. Oh, it's wonderful.
It
We
looks
should have
great.
given you a bit of warning, shouldn't we?
Really nice. Yes. So, Joe.
Well, what about when you go on holiday, Robert? Do you usually put a little sun hat on when you're on holiday somewhere?
No. I use a napkin with 4 knots. I think that's best.
Yeah. Robert used to live in the UK for quite some time, and he's picked up some very bad habits while he was there.
Yeah.
Didn't see
I'm
too
going to
much.
take this off because I'm a little warm.
Too hot.
But you were saying because the weather's been a bit warmer the last week or so, but people may be drinking a little extra wine on the patio, maybe.
Absolutely, we're still selling rosé without end. So people are going into the rosé, still drinking that. Lots of white wine. It's really nice, people going out, but still a lot of people stay at home, and yes, that's nice for summer, isn't it?
It is. This is one of Robert's wines. Not that I'm biased or anything, but it's a very, very nice drop of wine, and it's got a cow on the front. Yes. So anything that's got cows on, I'm quite happy about. Cows, goats. I think there's one with a snail on, if I remember rightly, that I've had from you.
That's the Verdejo. And then we have we also have the South African ones, and we have the Italian ones, of course. Mm-hmm. The Pecorino, the Primitivo, they've got really nice animals. So they're very much into animals.
Yes. Well, that's another website entirely.
Is that a beard?
Yeah, it's a beard and very long hair. Yeah.
Is that you when you were younger, Robert?
I'm not wearing anything underneath, but that's imagination.
So is this a recommendation for the moment?
Oh, yes. We're going back to nature. We've got 2 Vin Nature or natural wines today, which are really nice and very enjoyable, because you always have to be a bit careful. Natural wines or orange wines, they can be a bit special. These are actually very nice and reasonably affordable. It's one, this is the white one. It's the Chardonnay. And it says Nez à Chardonnay. So it comes from the village of Chardonnay. There's actually a village which is called Chardonnay in the Burgundy.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's
confusing.
Oh yeah, it's Chardonnay. It comes from Chardonnay, so that should be okay, shouldn't it?
Yes.
I don't think there's a village called Pinot Noir, but no, it's Chardonnay, and it actually does exist. And it's a really nice, fresh Southern Burgundy Chardonnay. Really beautiful.
Okay. What would you drink that with, for food-wise?
Oh, starters, fish, not meats, of course, but it's and just to enjoy on your patio.
Okay.
But it goes nice with fish and salads and stuff like that. So it's still this season for our Indian summer. It's really nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't drink it too cold because you miss a lot of taste. But it's Chardonnay. So it's a natural wine.
That's interesting. You should say that actually, because I think it's people's idea is that white wine should be really, really cold.
Never. Shame. Well, depends on where you are. If you go to a pub and the wine.
No.
Somebody needs to close their window. Try again, Robert.
I'm confused now. What we were talking about?
The coldness of white wine.
Don't. You should never drink wine too cold. Unless you go to a pub and you don't trust the wine, you have to chill it till 1 degree, don't taste anything anymore. So that's, But normally 9 or 10 degrees, not colder than that, because then you have the real aroma and taste from the wine. If you have a Chardonnay, you could go to 11 or 12 degrees. And if you have really expensive, like Meursault, Chamonix, you're looking at about 15 degrees. But you need to like that because all the freshness is gone and it get really powerful. A lot of people like their white wines fresh and therefore they chill it to 6-7 degrees, but you're losing a lot of taste.
Okay. Top tip from Robert there.
Yes.
So, indeed.
Wine number 2.
Wine number 2, the Pinot Noir. Also,
like a Pinot.
Also a natural wine, also from Burgundy. Why natural? Why should we drink natural wines? The reason is they don't.
Why, Robert? Why?
I'm going to tell you right now. The thing is, they can't. They're not allowed to use anything. Herbicides, pesticides, fungicides, not allowed. Artificial fertilizer, not allowed. Using sulfites in the cellar, not allowed. It's not allowed. They're not allowed a lot, are they? So you can't use the additional yeast cells, not allowed. So this is really pure wine. No additives, nothing at all. It's quite tricky to make a really good natural wine, but these two are very good. It's the young winemakers, and it's the same house. They make lovely wines and still reasonably affordable. And it's everybody can enjoy them. It's not really for the aficionados who really say, "Oh, I need vanity." No, everybody can drink it. So that's
now, of course, one of the nice things about having one of these natural wines is you're less likely to get a hangover.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, the benefits of that is that you can drink.
You can drink.
But drink responsibly. Drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly, people. Yes.
Drink natural wine. No nonsense. You should drink too much.
Drink wine naturally. That's what
yes. It's close to yourself. Yeah, naturally. But it's it does make a big difference. The organic wines, they are very low on sulfites, and people do tend not to get any headaches from it. If you drink 2 or 3 bottles, you might get a headache, but normal consumption.
Oh, no, I can't drink that much anymore.
No, here you go.
I try. I mean, I do try, but no, I just can't anymore. I really can't. So as the weather starts changing, we're going to start going into autumn now. So people are going to start looking at red wines now, I suppose.
Yeah, we're going to do more red wines, a bit more riper wines, a bit more, a lot of new world, which are a little bit higher in alcohol, lower in acidity, really nice. You get the warm feeling about them when you drink. So, but if you're not a red wine drinker, I would suggest if you go to autumn, drink something like Chardonnay, but not too cold. So then you get a bit, which matches really well with the dishes, because the dishes are less more riper. They're more heartier, so therefore you're going to go to the heavier wines. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And if people want to try any of these wines, you do organise wine tastings, of course.
We do organise wine tastings. There will be posted on our new, very soon to be released website. Which is
exclusive here on the Maastricht edition.
www. And then it's going to be biodruif.
Yes.
.nl, and there's also going to be it's also going to be, of course, in English, and we would like to do organicgrape.com, but that's a bit difficult because it's already taken, so we're looking for a different name there, but the information will be on English as well, so it's biodruif.nl.
So when is this actually going to be live?
Well, I think we're putting the last hand to it now. I think somewhere about next week. Next week it should be going live.
Wow. Excellent. Well, we'll make sure that everybody knows all about that. So that's fantastic.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And if people want to actually come and see you in the shop, where are you located?
We are in the Rechtstraat number 49.
Excellent.
In Maastricht, of course.
Of course. Yes. Of course. Okay, Robert. Well, as usual, it's been lovely to see you. Thank you for sharing all your knowledge. We always learn something every time you come on.
A very good evening. Yes.
Oh, cheers!
I can't share this with you. Oh yeah, here we are.
Yay!
Absolutely. And
covered.
little birdie has told me that we're probably going to be seeing you again very shortly, maybe in a week or so's time.
Oh yes.
For a special party.
Oh yes, of course.
Oh yes. But we'll be telling our listeners more about that soon. Thank you very much for joining us, Robert. Been lovely to see you.
Happy to be so. Thank you very much, and see you soon. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye. Oh, I'm reminded of the song from the Smiths, This Charming Man.
Oh, he is. Yeah. He is very charming, isn't he? He's very charming. We love Robert. And it is always worth popping in to see him at his shop. It's a lovely little shop. He'll let you try some wines in there. Check out the wine tastings when they're going on. They have all kinds of different wine, from very reasonably priced up to the more expensive if you want to indulge a bit. But they are all very, very good wines. So worth popping in and seeing Robert. Adam's in the house. Hello, Adam. Nice to have you with us this evening. Hope you are well.
Hello.
We're going to move on swiftly now because we don't have much time left because we've had so much going on. But I'm going to quickly get everybody to relax, slow down, take it easy, zen-like.
Blah, blah, blah.
It's time for this day history.
Every week.
Stunning, as always. It is Thursday, the 17th of September, and in 1683, the Dutch scientist Anthony van Leeuwenhoek is the first to report the existence of bacteria.
Oh.
Yeah,
right.
Yes, he reported the existence of it. That was it. He just said, look, it's here. And that was it. In 1787, the US Constitution is signed by delegates at the Philadelphia Convention. And in 1835, on this very day, Charles Darwin lands on Chatham in the Galapagos. Now, that is somewhere that's on the bucket list. I would love to go to the Galapagos. My husband...
He has. Didn't he meet the lonely turtle there?
Oh, George.
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 Lonesome George, that's right, isn't it? Oh,
yeah, Lonesome George.
Yeah.
He was one of the oldest tortoises ever recorded, and one of those giant tortoises that lived there for a very long time. But yes, he died a few years ago, unfortunately. So he got to see him, but I haven't, which was a bit sad. But I would love to go someday for sure. Fingers crossed. In 1859, Joshua Abraham Norton, the English-born resident of San Francisco, proclaims himself His Imperial Majesty Emperor Norton, the first Emperor of the United States of America.
Oh, bloody cheek.
I know. He decided that's who he was, so he was. Yeah, whatever. In 1953, on this very first day, the first successful separation of Siamese conjoined twins. Do you know, these are fascinating operations. I don't know if you've ever watched any of these documentaries that they have on telly every now and then, but it always seems like a very, very long operation. Very, very stressful for the whole family, but it's something quite heartwarming when it's over and you see them apart and living a full and active life afterwards. It's quite amazing. On the 17th of September in 1956, television is first broadcast in Australia. And in
Bloody hell, right?
All right, Sheila.
It's straight. I had a flashback to Alf Stewart from Summer Bay. Carry on, dear.
Oh, Neighbours.
No, at Home and Away.
Oh, Home and Away, the other one. The other one.
I was Home and Away. It is, I think. I actually think Alf Stewart's still going, bless him.
Oh, we must be about 124 by now. In 1957, on this very day, now this is a strange one, 2 male attorneys stand in as actress Sophia Loren and producer Carlo Ponti, who were wed by proxy in Juarez, Mexico.
How bizarre.
I've never heard of anything like that. So apparently, if you don't want to actually physically go to get married, you can send 2 people to do it for you.
Well, it looks like very romantic. They must have been well in love. I'm not even showing up.
It's bizarre. Well, it's 2 male attorneys, so I wonder which one wore the dress.
Oh, the mind boggles, Joe.
It's bizarre. 1966 on this very day, Mission Impossible premieres on CBS TV. I've got to say that's got to be one of the most memorable theme tunes ever. Mission Impossible. I mean, as soon as you hear the first few notes, you just know it's Mission Impossible, don't you?
You do. Do-do-do, do-do-do.
And a zip on cue.
I couldn't resist.
I love the dancing.
Thank you.
1977 on this day, Fleetwood Mac's Rumours is #1 for the 19th straight week. Now, Matthew, Rumours.
By Adele.
Have you?
No, that one.
Have you got the album? Have you listened to the album? No? No. Okay, put that on the list. I do worry, actually, Tracy, that we've given him a very long list of albums to listen to and films to watch, and I'm not sure he's actually going to have many years left on this planet to be actually able to watch and listen to them all.
I disagree. I think we need to be more strict with this homework and see book reports.
She's going to be whipping you into shape, Matthew. In 2004 on this very day, Camille... Sorry, Matthew, go on.
I was just saying, I'll smile and nod every time you mention something. Yeah, I've seen that,
Yeah. In 2004 on this very day, Tamil is declared the first classical language in India. And in 2010, the 54-year run of the soap opera As the World Turns ends its final episode in broadcast. Wow. 54 years. I've never watched a single episode. And finally, on this very day, on this day in 2019, Swedish climate activist Greta Thunberg tells US Congress, "I know you are trying, but just not hard enough." Sorry.
There you go.
That caused a stir, didn't it? Now, birthdays. Who was born on this very day? Well, we've got some very interesting birthdays this evening. In 1923, Hank Williams, the American country singer, was born in Alabama. 1931, Anne Bancroft, the American actress, fantastic actress. Formerly of The Graduate, you'll probably remember. She was born in the Bronx, New York. Anastasia, the American singer, was born in 1968. And the wonderful Keith Flint, the English singer and musician from The Prodigy, who we actually lost last year. He was born in 1969. Now, locally, we've got loads of birthdays going on. Mirtha Andreas, she's having a birthday today. Sally Pine, also having a birthday today. Irene Tolson, who listens from Spain, she's having a birthday today. And a very, very special birthday wish to one of our biggest fans in Dublin, Agnieszka Benko. I knew you'd get excited about that. Happy birthday, Aga, and happy birthday to everybody who's celebrating a birthday today. Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are, and that was This Day in History.
Well done, dear. Yay! It was wet.
Yes. Agnieszka Benko.
Oh, happy birthday,
Are our
Agnieszka.
big fans in Dublin.
Yay, up Dublin. Woohoo. It's not,
Well
not
and
often a girl. Not often a girl from Cork will say that. So
Oh, really?
I know. It's true.
So, Matt, have you got some going Dutch going on today?
I will quickly elaborate on.
Sorry,
on
I'm just
my-
going to interrupt you just 1 minute because Agnieszka has just messaged us and said thank you very much.
Oh,
Isn't that sweet?
so nice.
It is nice. Go ahead, Matt. What are you going to tell us this week?
So I will quickly elaborate on what I told you on Instagram. If you read our Instagram, if you don't, shame on you. Please follow us. It's the Maastricht edition. So in the 17th century, in the north of the country, there were these things called trekvaarts, which sounds very weird in English, a bit strange. Basically, there were these canals that were dug between Haarlem and Amsterdam, and there were ships, sailing ships pulled by horses that would transport people from Amsterdam to Haarlem and vice versa. And these huge networks were so popular and so successful that there were hundreds of thousands of people using them every year. And eventually, the network expanded to most of the north of the country. So there was these links between Haarlem and Leiden, Leiden, Den Haag, Gouda, Amsterdam, all over the place. And during the 17th century, and then they were in use until the end of the 19th century when the rail took over. And you can still see some of them today if you're lucky. If you go to the north and you go on the train between Amsterdam and Haarlem, you'll pass part of the trekvaart that's still there. And they were really innovational for the time and really impressed the rest of the world. So I thought it was quite an interesting story and maybe something we should go back to one day if you fancy traveling by boat. Bit more relaxing than going by train these days, I think, but
yes, sure.
Or by the car.
You're
anyway.
right. Yeah. Wow. Oh, very cool, Matthew.
I did actually think that post this week was a top post. Actually, it was one of those. Oh, interesting.
There you go.
We like
I'll
a
endeavour
post like
to do the
that.
same next week.
There you go.
Interesting.
What's interesting is we only have 2 minutes left. Crazy.
Oh my goodness. Well, we better get cracking on, hadn't we? For goodness sake.
Crack on it.
So, time for Tracy to round up the show for us with her titty bitties. What have you got for us this week, Tracy?
I'm ready. Here's the lightning round. We were talking about wine. We were talking about wine earlier. And speaking of local wine production here in Maastricht, there is a vineyard up at St. Petersburg. It's called Pieter Brood of Landgoed St. Peter. And Pieter Brood is working on bringing year's harvest. So if you'd like to extend it, you can pop by tomorrow or Saturday. Just shoot them out a DM on Facebook or Instagram. I also want to remind folks that Studio Europa have organised a bitterballen debate about the EU wanting to be the leader in climate control policies and how our city is contributing. And this is part of the Here in Europe project. The debate takes place tomorrow from 4 till 5 in the Community Centre in Hare in Maastricht. It's free to go. Everyone is welcome, but you do need to register in advance. There's still time. The debate will be in Dutch, however, and local alderman Geert-Jan Krabbendam will be one of the speakers. Now, I'm also delighted to be able to bring you a segment of weekly event highlights courtesy of #Maastricht, the folks in the know for lifestyle tips and fun in the city. On Saturday, the 19th, the music school Cumulus has an introduction class for children aged 2.5 to 4. I will post the details later on our socials. Also on Saturday, the Museum of Natural History organises a Kribbeljeukstocht, oh my God, in St. Petersburg to discover the world of insects. And that's for ages 7 and up. And on Sunday, and there are fossils in the Museum of Natural History in Maastricht. And finally, ticket sales for the M Theatre have started. M Theatre is the addition to the theatre on the Vrijdag Square in the Mek. You can discover comedians, concerts, music, and plays in the hall where 1,250 people can be seated in a theatre setting and where everyone can enjoy a great Rhoda-proof evening out. There we are.
Fantastic, Tracy. I'm sorry for laughing at a point there. I thought you said incest.
Wow. Oh, no, insects.
Yeah,
like bugs. bug.
It's crazy enough that
Oh, good Lord.
yeah, Matt even left the conversation. It was that's
It was so
weird.
disgusting. So disgusting.
That's the criminal Duchess talk, and it's insects, bugs. We gotta say, oh goodness! I was wondering what the little tittering was going on in my ear.
Tracy, sorry. It just, I was like, really? Insects?
My
I'm not too
God,
sure about
Joe.
that. Anyway, we're at the end of the show. I'm just going to put my hat on because we've had
I know,
our show.
We normally say.
I apologise to our listeners, stroke washers out there for the technical problems we had at the beginning of the show with Facebook Live. We have been broadcasting all the way through on YouTube, so do subscribe to YouTube, just in case we may have some other problems in other programs possibly. So just get yourself on YouTube. There's lots there. There's lots of extra videos of interviews and all sorts of stuff going on there. So just subscribe to our YouTube channel. But we have been for most of it broadcasting on Facebook Live. Thank you to all of our guests this evening. We had Chantel was down at Pathé in the city centre with Danny, talking about the expat night. We had Dorina talking about the Run Pink Moldova run. Yep. And we had Robert from Wine Winklewick, who was talking about the wines of the season. All of the details about this will be on our social media pages coming up in the next 24 hours. It's been a joy as always. Margalie has only just joined us in the house. Sorry, Margalie, we're going now. Happy birthday again to Agate in Dublin, our big fan over there in Ireland. Have a lovely day. And thank you to everybody who has joined us. We will be back next week. Don't forget, of course, we've also got an extra programme next week on Saturday the 26th, which is our birthday show. There's going to be loads going on. If you want to send any birthday wishes to us, then please do. You're more than welcome. We'll take the love. We will.
We love attention.
And we'll see you all again on our regular show next Thursday. Have a lovely week, whatever it is that you do, and we'll see you then. Thanks ever so much.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.